we're going to try and draw this. Let's have a go together. So first of all, you need to draw a straight line somewhere on your paper.
I've already done that. Look.
Fab. And then we need to do a perpendicular. So to draw a perpendicular line, we are going to choose a compass, and we're going to set our compass to quite spread out because I've done quite a long line. And we do an arc above and an arc below. And then we take it to the other side of my line. And we do an arc above and an arc below. Now I haven't quite made these ones meet, so I'm going to take it back to my original place and do another arc. And then I can take my ruler and I can join those up.
I've done my arc, Mummy.
Perfect.
Now,
and then we're going to join them up.
Time to do it.
And that gets us two perpendicular lines, which means they meet at right angles. Now that gives us the basis of this cross in the middle. Now we want a cross that cuts through those 90-degree angles at 45 degrees. So we want an angle bisector. So,
Look, Mummy.
Lovely. To do an angle bisector, we are going to set our compass to any amount that you choose. So it doesn't need to be anything particular. You take it to the centre. You draw an arc on your line, an arc on your line. And then you take that to the points where you just put an arc on the line, and you draw an arc somewhere in the middle of your angle, and then another arc in the middle of your angle. Now, if you then take your ruler,
Got my arc, Mummy.
well done, and you take your centre to your arc, and you draw straight through. And that starts to give us that shape. Now we're going to have to do that again. So I'm going to change my colour for a moment. We're going to have to do that again over the other side because we've got it cutting through these, and now we want to cut through that way. So this time I'm going to do my arc, and I'm setting my compass at a different amount. It doesn't matter if it's different, but I just need to be consistent when I do the one. So I'm doing an angle bisector on this bit here. So I'm going to do an arc on the line here and an arc on the line here because that's the two lines outside the angle that I'm bisecting. And then I take it without changing my compass, take it to this point and draw an arc, take it to the other point and draw an arc. And again, what that means is I can go from my two arcs where they meet, from the centre of those to the centre and straight through. And what we've got now is that shape. Okay, so we've got that shape there. Now to get the 8-sided shape, which is an octagon, we're going to draw a circle.
Mummy, I still haven't finished it.
That's okay. Well, let's have a look where we go to next, and then we can come back and help, okay? And then we're going to draw a big circle around it. So from the centre, we're going to draw a nice big circle around it. Okay.
Nice big circle.
Perfect. And then with our pencil and ruler again, we're going to join up everywhere that my circle has met my straight lines, and that's going to give us that octagon shape. So that gives us the 8 sides and my octagon shape. That's it, keep trying, you can do it. Doing a good job. And that's going to give us that octagon shape. So we're going to keep going around until we've got that shape. Now obviously at any point in this video you can pause if you feel you need to, or rewind if you need to go back. So we've got that nice shape now, which is looking very similar to this shape. You have, well done. Now the only thing we need to do now is find these midpoints here. So we want a midpoint of this centre and the edge. So we want to find these midpoints here. So we'll do that now.
I'll do the triangle.
So you pick any of your lines to start with, and we want a midpoint. So we're going to set it to a smaller arc because it's only a small line. And we go from the end, and we do an arc above my line and an arc below my line. And then we're going to take it to the centre and do an arc above and an arc below. Now they didn't quite meet, so I'm going to go back to my original, and I haven't changed my compass.
I've done my arc.
Brilliant, and continue the arcs. Now we take our ruler, and where they join together, so from the centre of each arc, we just draw a little point here because that's going to be the midpoint of this line here. Now we need to do that again here and here and here. So we're going to do that now. So again, I can keep it the same. I do an arc to the left and to the right of my line, which might look different on the camera, either side. And then I turn it around and I do an arc here and here. And what we have again is where these two arcs, centre of those, we line our ruler up with those and just do a little dash on our line to show where our midpoint is. I'm going to keep continuing this all the way around until we have all of our midpoints that we need. So arc above and below, swap ends, arc above and below. And then where our arcs meet, the centre of both of those, we line our ruler up and do a little line there. And we've got 1, 2, 3 points, we need one more point. And we're doing every other line to get the pattern we're after. So again, we set up our compass at the end. We go do an arc to one side of the line and the other side of the line. Then we swap to the other end of the line, one side and the other side. And then we're going to join up this point to this point with the ruler, but we just need a little dash where they're going to join. And now we want to make this pattern. So
Mommy,
what we're going to do is go from our midpoint to the outside. So from our midpoint, I don't know, we go to there. And then from our midpoint here, we go to there. And then you can colour this in a minute, can't you? Then from the midpoint to the outside here. Then the midpoint to the outside there. A minute, Ari. And then the midpoint again to the outside. And we get that sort of star shape.
Star shape?
Yeah, it makes like a star, doesn't it? And that should, hopefully, give us exactly the same as that. Now, if you've used pencil for all of it, you can rub out any lines that you don't like. So you can rub out any of those lines and any of the construction marks if you use pencil the whole time. What really works is if you go over with a darker kind of pen and then colour it in as you choose. So, for example, you could, at this point, pick a colour and start colouring it in to add the effect and make sure that people can see what shapes you're after. I hope that helped, and I hope you enjoy colouring yours in.